we go. NFC Championship game underway. The Eagles won the toss. They deferred, so it's Minnesota's ball. Philly hard to run against. They'll try it here, and Latavius Murray with a nice gain on first down of 6. Second down and 4. Murray again. This time he is tripped up after a yard and a half by Jalen Mills. Third and short coming up.
This season because they've had such big leads, but they're a pretty good group on the back end.
Handoff is to McKinnon, and he's going to spin and knock down right at the 35-yard line, and with the officials running in, it's enough for a first down. On first down, out of the backfield, Murray. And Latavius Murray is out of bounds with close to another first down after going around Malcolm Jenkins.
The entire way. There was no other option for Keenum on that play.
So on first down, they hand to Murray, and the former Oakland Raider pushing the pile up near midfield. He gets 4.
With Fletcher Cox and Tim Jernigan inside.
Play action from Keenum. Well protected. Slings it. Pass is caught by Thielen. And this good drive continues to the 39 of Philadelphia.
A lot of time to be able to throw to 2 wide receivers that have been outstanding this year.
Handoff is to McKinnon. And Jarrett McKinnon with a little bounce to the edge. And they're going to mark him out of bounds with 10 yards. McKinnon takes it. Kendricks can't bring him down, and a decent gain on first down of 4 yards as Ronald Darby is there for the tackle. Second down and 6. This one floated for Rudolph. Touchdown, what a start.
Murray out wide. You see the confusion that creates on the defense for the Eagles. And while they're trying to sort it out, Kyle Rudolph's going to the back pylon.
Nothing Vikings. Forbath will kick it away. We'll see how the Eagles can answer. Garner will take a knee.
Him out wide created a lot of confusion.
Play action from Foles out to his right, and the pass is caught for a first down. That's Nelson Aguilar, who figures to be busy. And here it is, downfield. Torrey Smith, pass incomplete. It was there.
Not to give up a big play there.
Pass is caught. Nelson Aguilar. And Anderson Dejo. Foles out to his right. Wide open, but out of bounds is Trey Burton.
And I'm not sure why Burton was leaving his feet off the ground.
Donnie Jones has been at this a long time. His first championship game, and that'll be a flag. Fair catch was signaled by Sherrills.
Fair catch interference by the kicking team, number 18. That's a 15-yard penalty that's enforced from the spot of the foul. The flag, 15 yards. Minnesota keeps the ball. First down.
First down for the Vikings, leading by 7. From the 29, pass is incomplete. As Stephon Diggs lost it going to the ground.
That's involved for a guy who can run the way he can on some of the bigger plays down the field.
Delayed handoff and well played. That's Fletcher Cox on McKinnon. Third down and 10. Pass is caught by Diggs along the sideline for a first down. Latavius Murray dances away from a couple of tacklers, gets 2, and he's brought down by Fletcher Cox.
There's 8 guys within 5 yards of the ball. The second most rushing attempts in all of football this year.
Keenum throws, pass drop, Diggs. And then he gets hit in the back, and he grabs for it. 4 men on the rush. Keenum throws, he's picked. Patrick Robinson back the other way. looking for a block. Gets it. Robinson for the touchdown.
Off the edge, and he's able to get around Hill, and he gets Keenum's arm, it looked like, because the ball sure came enough on an underthrow interception.
It's a 50-yard return by Robinson, who had a career-high 4 interceptions this season. From Jake Elliott. 7-7. Not give up a touchdown when their offense was on the field, meaning no fumble return for a touchdown, no interception return for a touchdown. Diggs back out there for the Vikings. Handoff is to Murray, and a good run on first down.
Well, they come out now, Minnesota, and Chris Long getting his hands on it.
Pressure on Keenum. He has to float it for Rudolph. It's incomplete, and Keenum ends up on his back. More pressure. Pass is caught. Diggs finally brought to the ground with a gain of 1. It's 4th down. Quigley hits it high. And a fair catch hauled in by Kenyon Barner.
Defense and the way that they want to run the football.
First carry of the game for an Eagle, and it's Ajayi. And the man traded from the Dolphins mid-season at the end of October gets 13 yards and a Philadelphia first down. Ajayi again. And a nice carry on first down as he gets 7, knocked down by Tom Johnson. But re-injured his twice operated on left knee and played only 1 more game. Here's a completion to Alshon Jeffrey.
They've done a great job of allowing their team to have this success.
Aguilar gets it. They ran a similar play last week against Atlanta with much more success, and Aguilar ends up with no gain. Anthony Barr out there on the edge.
Well, different ways. He gives them a dimension that these other running backs don't, trying to incorporate that into this offense.
Foles on second down. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. Back on 3rd and 10. Over the middle, pass caught. That's Ertz. Ertz, first down. Foles after the play action. There he is again.
That's the turf that has not been resodded, and it's pretty thin.
Handoff is to Blunt. And LeGarrette Blunt is able to force his way for a first down.
Tom Brady did what Tom Brady does.
Foles fires, pass caught, Jeffrey. And Foles has been on here to start this game. Blitz, Ajayi gets it. And well played by Minnesota. See where they mark it, but he looked about half a yard short of a first down, and it appears that's the case. Foles keeps, pass caught, first down. Zach Ertz. First down from the 11. LeGarrette Blunt. Touchdown! Just bowled his way in.
Then it's one-on-one. It's Blunt and Sendejo in the hole. One-on-one. Who's going to win that? And there's your answer. LeGarrette Blunt runs right through him.
14-7. Went out in that game in LA. The team was 0 for 13 before that between Foles and Sudfeld. Who played in the Week 17 from the 25. We'll see how the Vikings respond. Trailing for the first time, and they stay on the ground with Murray, and he's bottled up with a 1-yard gain. Vinny Curry out there on the edge. Keenum, Diggs, and a decent completion on 2nd and 9. Forward progress will leave him 2 yards short of a first down as Jalen Mills is there with a sure-handed tackle. Just got it away on 3rd down and 2-0 there. Keenum under heavy pressure from Malcolm Jenkins.
Third and short, and great job by the Eagles defense.
Line drive kick by Quigley sends Barner back around the 20 to the 30, and he got popped by Ben Gideon. 10 yards on the return. Eagles have the football. The Eagles match it here at home. And now on 1st down, handoff is to LeGarrette Blount coming off that touchdown. He gets a couple brought down by Linval Joseph. 2nd and 8.
Nice job of springing them.
2nd down and 8. Foles fires, pass incomplete for Aguilar.
Some problems coming into the postseason.
On 3rd down, Foles has to pull it down. Now throws, has a man. 1st down, Zach Ertz.
Is really, really good stuff by Nick Foles.
Late handoff to Ajayi. And he gets to midfield.
You're going to see as Foles tries to... That's great work keeping this drive going.
2nd down and 7. Foles gets hit, and that's incomplete. Eric Kendricks had pressure.
And Kendricks saves that one.
Another 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 7. And Foles is ripped to the ground. Daniil Hunter. That'll force a punt. The sack. A loss of 6. Jones punts. Fair catch. Called for and hauled in by Eagles fan. Happy his Eagles are up by 7. Handoff is to McKinnon. He gets 2.
To have Carson Wentz near my ear and a bit of a role reversal.
2nd down and 8. Keenum has a wide open Stephon Diggs, who gets hit from behind by Malcolm Jenkins, but not before a big completion of 22 yards.
Defensively.
McKinnon out wide to the top of the screen. Keenum was looking left. Now over the middle, and now as he backpedals, he throws it away. Here is a toss to Jarius Wright. Not much. Wright brought down by Michael Kendricks. A gain of 4, so 3rd and 6 coming up.
They tighten the splits. They go.
1st round pick a year ago. Keenum throws. He's got Diggs again. And a couple of 1st down completions to Stephon Diggs. This one for 8.
Here on Thielen as well. That's Ronald Darby.
Keenum keeps. Looks that direction. Pass is caught. Thielen. And with forward progress, that's enough for another Vikings 1st down. To McKinnon. Takes it inside the 35. And a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 here. Screen for McKinnon. Gets a couple of blocks. McKinnon with a 1st down near the 21.
Tell you, Pat Elflein, the rookie center, does a great job.
They stay with McKinnon, who gets a yard on 1st down. Maybe a yard and a half. Keenum, McKinnon tried to make a move, and Kendricks wouldn't go for it. A good tackle by Michael Kendricks. There wasn't anybody else out there for the Eagles, and he forces 3rd down after a gain of 4.
Yeah.
And they bring pressure again. Ball is out. Recovered by Philadelphia. Knocked out by Derek Barnett.
Round pick. They needed to make a play. They're able to do it. It's the empty hand as Keenum starts to, before he comes forward, the ball's out. And what a great defensive play.
Derek Barnett, big play. Second Viking turnover. Pass to Ajayi, runs into a log jam, and Jay Ajayi can't get away. First guy there was Mackenzie Alexander. Second and 8, handoff is to Blunt. Daniil Hunter is there for Minnesota. A gain of 2, so another third down coming against one of the better third down defenses in the history of the league. Third down and 6. Out of the backfield, Clemens spins away from a tackle and gets a big first down. First catch for Clement. Here's Smith, who almost got away, but Eric Kendricks made the stop, a gain of 11. All 3 timeouts left for Philadelphia. Foles airs it out downfield, no one's there. It stops the clock with 1:25 remaining. Second and 10. Foles protected. Now the protection gives way with Matt Collins the target. Incomplete. Third down and 10.
One of them has hung up these linebackers.
Xavier Rhodes on the bench, not out there on third down and 10. And Foles able to get away and throw. Pass is caught. Jeffrey, touchdown.
Pressure, first of all, by Everson Griffin. Normally, a quarterback holds the ball this long. You are not going to get the ball down the field. And there's a double move on Terrence Newman. Alshon Jeffrey kind of late and is able to get it out to him.
I don't know how Foles was able to get away from the pressure.
Expecting the ball to come out on the dig route. Alshon keeps going, but credit Foles for keeping that play alive, because Griffin and a lot of others were right back there in his lap.
We understand that Xavier Rhodes...
That hits Mike Zimmer right in the gut, because they have been great all year on that down.
Out of the backfield, it's McKinnon, and out on the edge, it's Corey Graham to force him out. Chance here for the Vikings. 3 timeouts, over a minute on the clock, and a gain of 2 by McKinnon. Now Keenum on second and 8. There's McKinnon again out of the backfield and forced out of bounds, short of the first down by Corey Graham for the second consecutive play, a gain of 5.
Of course, in this ball game, but it'd be nice if the Minnesota Vikings could pull something off.
Here's Jarius Wright. What a good throw and catch for a first down over the middle.
And that's a good start with Jarius Wright. By keeping this drive alive, maybe they can go down and come away with some points.
First down Vikings. Again McKinnon. Again Graham along the sideline, and McKinnon gets 4.
A real threat running the football and receiving, and McKinnon can do some of those things.
Keenum fires high for Diggs, and he had it. Keenum in trouble, steps through, fires, and incomplete for Rudolph.
Reggie White and Clyde Simmons and the rest of that crew, 4-man rushes and playing coverage behind it makes it awfully hard.
Good punt here by Quigley, but it hops into the end zone. Vikings had a chance to down it, could not. Looked like a lateral to Ajayi. First down.
Say there.
Still no Xavier Rhodes out there. On first down, the pass is wide open to Ertz. It's bothered by a toe injury. Sendejo is not out there for Minnesota. Here's Ajayi with blocking. Inches inside the 20. Elliott drills it. What a half for the Eagles here at home. They lead by 17.
At some point, they're going to have to start throwing the ball, and that plays right into the hands of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Warner will take a knee. The drive will start at the 25. So far, it's been Nick Foles' day. He throws. Pass is caught out on the edge, and a quick tackle by Trey Waynes on Torrey Smith. Doug Peterson is aggressive, period. Pass is caught. That's Smith again. And Smith has got enough for a first down.
And I like what Doug Peterson has come out and done here on first and second downs.
Here's Ajayi. Runs into Selleck, and Ajayi ends up with a gain of 3. Knocked down by Terrence Newman.
Because Foles has been way too comfortable.
That's Barr coming on a blitz. Got there a step late. Pass caught by Jeffrey for another first down. And Foles is slow to get up.
They stack these guys down here.
Ajayi. Good run on first down.
Sendejo, he came in off the bench last week, did a good job.
Blunt wrapped up by Newman, the 39-year-old corner. Just got it away. Smith out on the edge. Smith close to a first down. Looks like he got it.
Anston, he's been one step ahead of Mike Zimmer all night.
The Eagles are 6 for 8 on third down. Flea flicker. Foles launches downfield. Smith. Touchdown.
We talked about it coming into this game. Torrey Smith, they've had a hard time this year really getting him involved in the deep balls, and you see that he slow plays it coming off the line. He takes off. Harrison Smith, normally he has the range to make this play. He's not able to get there, but how about the throw by Nick Foles? Again, he has to gather himself in the pocket.
As Clement tossed it back to Foles. What a night for Nick Foles. 1.1 quarterback rating. And the lead is 24 points. The drive will start for the Vikings, and they have to get to work at the 25. Jay, thanks from the 25. Pass to Murray out on the edge, and he's back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. To Foles. He's coached them all. 2nd and 10. Pass caught by McKinnon. Good block in front of him, and McKinnon has got a first down. 13 yards on the catch and run by Jared McKinnon.
In the event that Foles or this offense was struggling, would he make a change at quarterback?
Here's McKinnon on a draw. And he's got 9.
He played awfully well, and it's worth at least discussing or throwing out there.
Handoff to McKinnon. First down. Going into last week, you asked him. Might not be catastrophic, but it's not good. Keenum for Wright. Wide open, trying to stay in bounds and just cannot.
The Vikings have struggled, but they got one there to Wright.
Officially 33 yards. Pass to Thielen is out of bounds. Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches during the regular season.
Now with reversed for Minnesota, but this is a nice drive. They need to finish it off.
2nd and 10. Keenum stays upright and gets rid of it to avoid the sack. 3rd down and 10. Pass is caught by McKinnon, and he is spun down close to first down yardage. It looks like they're going to give him enough forward progress for a first down, and they are. Pass is incomplete for Jarius Wright.
Keep an eye on Rudolph here.
2nd and goal. Keenum to the end zone. Thielen incomplete. Thielen missed him. It's 4th down. Keenum, end zone. Pass is caught by Thielen. Unbelievable touchdown.
Only been one
The ball
penalty.
did hit the ground. The pass was incomplete. The ball goes over and downs to Philadelphia at the 8-yard line. First down.
What a great sports fan he is.
Here's Ajayi, right side, out near the 12. Ajayi, left side. Robinson there to make the stop, a gain of 1.
Possession.
5 to go, third quarter. Foles out to his right, finds Ertz. He's had a big game and out to the 20 with another first down.
Offensively, that allows them to convert.
Ajayi on first down.
With Frank Reich there in that meeting room, and of course Carson Wentz, and Doug Peterson has held it all together.
Ajayi back to the line of scrimmage and forward for a yard and a half.
You know, we talked to Doug Peterson on Friday about it.
The Eagles leading by 24. Foles. Aguilar. Inside the 40, out of bounds at the 35, and another completion from number 9.
Today, he's got 3 or 4, and they have had big plays throughout this game.
324 yards passing for Foles. And this Minnesota Vikings team cannot get any stops on third down. Philadelphia is 8 for 10.
That has historical good numbers on third down.
Now 2nd and 12. Pass complete. That's Burton. Burton's got another first down.
That's why they're leading by 24.
Here's a toss to Clement. Avoided a tackle, has another first down. But a flag is down at the 20. It's against Minnesota. We'll see.
Illegal hands to the face by the defense, number 91. That's a 5-yard penalty that's enforced from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Ajayi. Down to the 1. And that'll do it for the first 3 quarters here in Philadelphia, where the home crowd is having a blast. Already, for the most points the Vikings have allowed all year. Ajayi wrapped up in the backfield. On third down and goal, Foles surveys, fires, touchdown Alshon Jeffrey.
Or excuse me, Xavier Rhodes is going to be on Alshon Jeffrey in man coverage, but they were in zone, so Trey Waynes is on him, and he gets inside of Waynes, and Foles gives him a ball up high, and Jeffrey, with his size, able to make the catch.
Well, if it was true last week.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, Minnesota, number 55. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Third down alone is 9 for 10 with a perfect quarterback rating.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, Philadelphia. 15 yards from the dead ball spot, first down.
Keenum back out there on first down. He finds Diggs. And Diggs is wrapped up after a gain of 4.5 by Nigel Bradham. It was started by the defense. Right for a first down. Pass is behind Rudolph. 2nd and 10. Z will be there. 2nd and 10, blitz. Keenum steps up, fires high, and nearly picked by McLeod. Keenum has to take off. He'll take it inside the 40, but he's short of the first down. Gain of 8, Jalen Mills stopped him. Sixth NFC Championship game for Jeffrey Lurie. On fourth down, Keenum wrapped up, got it away, and the Eagles take over. And there was Fletcher Cox yet again. Diggs and Mills, they were separated before anything escalated. Ajayi just short of the 45. Kendricks on the stop, a gain of 4. Here's Blunt. Flag on the play.
Holding. Offense, number 87. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Right from the second play of the game, they were taking them, and this time they were connecting.
Here's a screen for the tight end, Zach Ertz. Third down at 12. Here's Ertz. Griffin makes the stop. That's fourth down. 21-12 overall as head coach of Philadelphia. What a job he's done. Sherrill's back just inside the 10. Vikings have it, down 31. Starting from the 10. Keenum, Thielen into a receiver's hands, and Bob Angelo, who you just saw a moment ago, as McKinnon is able to bounce that for a first down. Bob, known for, enjoyed their great work. Donald Marks, Bob Angelo retiring middle February, and they will be missed. Here is McKinnon on a catch and run on first down. Picks up 7.
The only one of the 4 that's signed after this year is their rookie.
That's Kyle Sloter. And so they have decisions to make. Top 3 guys are all free agents to be. McKinnon able to get to the sideline to stop the clock for a moment out to the 45.
You know, do you have enough confidence in what you've seen? Do you invest the kind of money it would take? A lot of hard calls to make.
Keenum fires it out of bounds as he was chased by Vinny Curry. Second down and 10.
And I've been singing his praises really all year. He's done a terrific job.
Unbelievable. Here's a pass to Diggs. Makes the catch and takes a seat. The crowd in Philly, they'll get on anybody who takes a seat. Third and 9. 4-man pass rush. Keenum steps through, finds Diggs, who gets hit this time, but has a first down at the 40 is Corey Graham.
For a first rounder, they picked up Alshon Jeffrey last year. This year they trade for 2 starters on defense.
How about the in-season trade as a flag comes in? Might have a face mask there.
Give up very little,
foul,
all
face
things
mask,
considered.
Defense, number 53. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
For Ajayi and Rick Spillman have had great years as GMs.
On first down now after the penalty, this one thrown out of the back of the end zone for Wright.
You have to be a veteran if you really have confidence in a young guy, but great moves having these veteran backups.
Keenum throws, Darby broke it up, and it's picked. Intercepted by Corey Graham. Sets up the Eagles at the 7. And Ajayi with a short gain on first down. 2 yards brought down by Kendricks.
Well, on the last takeaway, the interception by Corey Graham, we were on him taking any hits.
See that note. 3 touchdowns of 40 or more yards in a championship game. First team in the Super Bowl era.
It's in football right now.
Ajayi met in the backfield by Kendricks. Bounces off Kendricks. Strong run, Jay Ajayi. Ajayi right side. Gets 2.
And instead, they're going home, and the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles will meet in 2 weeks.
There's LeGarrette Blount.
Has to call it again along with Al Michaels. We'll look forward to it.
Clement with another first down and another third down conversion.
Wow. That's the cherry on the pie right there. I mean, you know they're going to run the ball, and it's the greatest feeling, not only for Nick Foles, but everybody on that sidelines for the Philadelphia Eagles.
It's back in St. Louis. And now Nick Foles has taken his team to Super Bowl 52.
That side of it too, Joe, and that's an empty feeling. Knowing how close you got, only to come up short, but they'll be resolved, and they'll go through the offseason and promise not to go through that feeling again. They're a talented team, and they'll be back, but for tonight, it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
A nice hug from Brian Dawkins. And there is Nick Foles, the hero of the night for Philadelphia. Literally could not have played any better.